Sherry, you're getting, what is going on with you now?
Well, you know, because I got to do this, I got to be in a bathing suit live on August 6th on The View. So with all of this done, I have to go get this bikini wax, everybody is saying. Everybody's telling me I got to do this. But, okay, ouch, exactly. I've been married for, I don't know how many years. I never had one.
Some people do it before birth, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Bikini and birth.
How many people have had bikini wax?
Yeah, I've had that, too.
But this is what I was reading. I'm doing research because I'm trying to research. It says it can cause rash across the chest and neck. You can get all kinds of life-threatening infections like cellulitis, streptococcus pyogenesis.
Cellulite or cellulitis?
Yes. And what is streptococcus pyogenesis? Is that like
Streptococcus.
Streptococcus.
Do you, now, is it so much down there that you need to go and get it? Because people have been wearing...
for years. When you're married a long time, because you just don't think about stuff like that. You just, I never,
even when I was married, I didn't think about stuff like that. What? I mean, that is a very freaky thing to me.
No, but you think about it. I can relate all of a sudden having to think about it. Like right now, I can't see anything south of the equator. I don't know what's going on down there.
I mean, I don't know. Whoopi looked at me and she's like, you don't need a bikini. Well, it's maybe a Costa Rican jungle in other places. I don't know. I've been married women.
But one of the things about jungles is that people find their way through.
Oh my God.
So,
I'm looking for anybody to be hunting.
She's not looking for a baby.
oh yeah, she is looking. She is looking because she may find an explorer and then he'll get there and go, oh, it's a desert. You know, a new, speaking of sexually charged events, let me take you to something a little more serious. And this is kind of an odd thing. Calvin Klein, there's a Calvin Klein billboard that has mothers in New York neighborhoods, in one New York neighborhood, out of their minds because it's in full view of their kids' school. And people just find this too much.
They look like they're on the subway.
Now, they definitely got waxed, first of all. They got waxed before they did that shoot.
You know what first of all, a lot of people say, well, you know, it's happening all over on TV and magazines. But to an extent, I can control what my kid sees. I don't have to buy those magazines. I can turn the TV off. But when I'm on the subway and this is what we're forced to see this. So I can't control this. I think it's awesome.
Nobody turns the TV off and nobody turns the TV.
Yes, they do, Joy. Yes, they do.
They do not have to turn on channels that have issues like this out in front of you.
I would show it to you again so we could, like, point out what's going on. But we're not allowed to. Because you can only show it once. But, you know, if you look at any of these commercials that are on television, some of those commercials are, well, I don't so much say the soap operas, but, you know, kids at 6 o'clock, you know, you got kids sitting at home eating and talking with mom and dad, and a commercial comes on for either my thing is not up or, you know, come over here, let me suck your lips out because you are wearing eau de funk, you know. I mean, it just is insane.
This also struck me. I'm sorry, go ahead, Whoop.
No.
I just, when you look at this and you think, you know, I feel like sometimes we're constantly testing the line. How close to the line can we come without crossing over? And I feel as though you have a girl here and there are 3 men. Okay?
Exactly.
That, to me, spells danger, #1. And it's an appropriate number.
Teach your children.
I shouldn't have to explain that billboard.
Control the world, Elizabeth.
The best thing about this?
Yeah, but you can't. It's called, hang on, it's called laws and regulation to not have things like that.
Want his daughter in the middle of 3 men?
Calvin Klein has always done provocative ads. Well, you didn't let me finish. And so the idea that he has now taken it and made it a threesome with a young woman. And the first young woman, if you recall back, well, you might not remember, but it was Brooke Shields. And she was in her teens, and she said, I don't go anywhere without my Calvins. And people were...
Nothing comes between
me and my Calvins. I mean, so this is a guy...
Was there an outrage then when Brooke did that?
There was, but, you know...
She was young. She was a kid.
They didn't like it because they felt she was too young to be doing that kind of ad.
3 men, 1 woman, not appropriate,
a little lady.
Calvin Klein doesn't own this company anymore. It's his name with the company.
To me, it's a great learning experience. You say to your kids, you say to your wife, you know what? There's so much porn on the internet. Let's get real. You say to your kids,
let's just have it all the time. You know, let's give in to this whole notion that we can look at a threesome on a billboard with my 4-year-old daughter.
And when we come back, we're coming back with Anne Hathaway.